Hello and welcome to the United Stand. It is your Manchester United Transfer News Daily, where we go all through the latest Manchester United transfer news and give it that real fan opinion. So let's start off with Sandro. I'll be stunned if we do not sign a Brazilian this summer. Mourinho has hinted at it. I think we're going to sign one. I've also given you my two predictions for the summer. We might sign more. Hopefully we won't sign less. But I do feel that Sandro and Fred are the two that I think we will sign this summer. Now, if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But on Sandro, Juventus left back, I think he's just 27, just 27. So around the right sort of age. You're going to get 4 years out. I mean, consider Ashley Young's playing at left back and he's going to be 33 this summer. So I'm not too concerned about Sandro's age. I know sometimes Mourinho gets a bit of unfair press from me as well, that he goes too old. But, Sandro, I haven't got a problem with his age. And I've been going on about him for probably 18 months as a good left-back option for Manchester United. I like what he does. He's not had the best of seasons for Juventus, I will agree with that. But he gets forward. He's just under 6 foot, so he's physical as well. But he's good at getting forward. He's naturally left-footed. I think what you'll see with Manchester United next season, if we bring somebody like Sandro in, we will go up. Our overall team will go up by about 5%, maybe even 10%. Having a natural left-back who knows what they're doing, who is a specialist left-back, who can bomb on, but he's also a decent defender as well. I think he could absolutely be perfect for Manchester United. Now, can we do the deal? Well, they want Darmian. Juventus want Darmian. We want Sandro. Sandro wants to move. He's been public about that. So do the deal, Ed. Get on with it. You can have Darmian, Italian international. Talk him up. Say he's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They won't watch the League Cup games. They won't be bothered about that in Serie A. They won't have seen them. So just say he's been brilliant. He's just been a bit unlucky. Valencia's been so good. Get rid of Darmian. Bring Sandro back of the net, and I'll be very, very happy with that. I feel if we get him in at left back, we know Luke Shaw's not really got a future. I do like Luke Shaw, but Sandro would be a big thumbs up and a very, very good signing. I do not really want Danny Rose. I see him as a B-Tech Sandro. And actually, I think Luke Shaw's better. So, Sandro, absolutely perfect. Now, Fred, do you know a lot about Fred? Fred is, I think he's just 20. I wrote this down. Fred is 25. Sandro is 27 and a half. So, Fred's 25. Shakhtar Donetsk. He is not. I've heard a few people saying we need him next. We need him to sort of push Matic out. He's not going to do that. He's not. It's not a centre defensive midfielder. He's quick. He's creative. He's good at dribbling. He would play. He's energetic, he's Brazilian, he is quite tenacious, but he's more on the attack side of things. So that's a positive. And I would say that you could do a midfield three with him, Pogba and Matic. He's not the centre defensive midfielder that we hope that we might get in a Fabinho. Fabinho it's very quiet about at the moment. Some people have been saying in the comments why I've not spoken about Fabinho, because there's nothing going on about Fabinho at the moment. But Fred, I feel Manchester United, Man City wanted him in the summer, but then they moved away. United, effectively, and Miguel Delaney, who's a journalist, was saying this yesterday, and I think he's quite right. I think United would like Toni Kroos, and I saw stuff about Toni Kroos yesterday and decided not to talk about it because I don't know why. I keep hearing of why don't we get Alaba from Bayern Munich? Why don't we get Varane? Why don't we get Kroos? Well, of course, they're all three fantastic signings, but there's one thing in my head. We are nowhere near Premier League champions. We were embarrassed in the Champions League. These are players that are getting to the latter stages of Champions League, winning Champions League. They're very competitive or winning their domestic titles. Why would they come to Manchester United other than the money? And I don't think they're sort of players that go for money. They're at their prime. They're at the top of their game, at the top clubs in the world, especially Varane. Love him at Manchester United, but why are these players going to come? And it's the same with Toni Kroos as well. Mourinho wants Kroos, and I think we do want Kroos, but I don't think we can get him. Why would he leave? He's the best midfielder in the world. Why would he leave to come to Manchester United? I just cannot see it happening at all. I think we need to look elsewhere. Same with Jorginho. He's pretty much sold himself to Man City or Liverpool. He publicly did that at the last international break, talking about their style of football and not enjoying our style of football. So I don't think we're going to do that. The ones for us to focus on, Fred, I think we can do that deal. Fabinho, maybe. Milinkovic-Savic, interesting. And Manchester United are going to be linked to him quite heavily. Very young. I think he's only 22, 23, 6'4". I mean, in light of what Fellaini said yesterday, if you didn't see the video, I mean, what is Fellaini doing? He's speaking like he's bloody Messi, United have made a big mistake. I'm really important now. My options are open. Jog on, mate. Jog on. You had some United fans who felt, not almost said sorry for you, but said keep him. I don't think anyone's going to say keep him now. You are not that level of player to be speaking publicly like that. So you can do one. We've got McTominay coming through. And Milinkovic-Savic, 6'4", Mourinho would love that. I think the problem there is Lazio and how much they would want for him, because he's going to be expensive. But World Cup for him, I'd like to get that deal done before the World Cup, by the way, if we're going to do it. Matic is going to be there. Talk yesterday that Mourinho had sealed the Matic deal way before it was going to happen. It was sort of sorted out around this time last year, before the summer. He sort of, not tapped him up, but he'd sorted that deal out. So hopefully Matic can go and do something on the World Cup with Milinkovic-Savic, bring him to Manchester United. And I think it would fit both people in relation to Milinkovic-Savic. People who don't know much about him. He's very good on the ball. People say he's one-footed. He's not. He's quick. He's good on the ball. He can pass. He can move. He's got that groove. I'm rhyming things now. But you know what I mean. He is. And he scores a lot of goals and he gets a lot of assists. And I think slotting next to Pogba on the right-hand side with Matic behind him, it could work really well. You have three very big midfielders, but he can get across the ground really well. But I do believe we'd have to get that deal done before the World Cup. But he's got an interesting World Cup coming up, and a lot of people will be looking at him. But as I said, I think Milinkovic-Savic and Manchester United would fit each other really well. He's had a very good season, albeit not at the top level. United have had a good season, but not at the top level. Marry them together and see what they can do together at the top level next season. So I would be interested in that. I hope I can pronounce this right. Portuguese right back from Southampton, Cedric Soares. He's played quite a lot for Southampton. He's been mentioned around Manchester United for a few weeks now. He's a right back and he's Portuguese and he's mid-20s and he's middle of the road midfield right back as far as I'm concerned. He's quite quick. He's quite reliable. There's talk of him coming in as a backup for Valencia. It's a bit like Thomas Meunier at PSG, and I've been a big champion of him. So, if we get Cedric Soares, maybe, but it does worry me because a backup for Valencia's like young. He's going to be 33 this summer. A backup for Valencia may well be the heir to Valencia's throne within half of next season or definitely the season after. And is Cedric Soares or Meunier actually good enough to be Manchester United's first choice right back? So, on the left we've got Ashley Young, and hopefully we're going to sign Alexandro. We'll just push him out. I almost think, should we just buy a right back who can push Valencia out? Because I like Valencia. He's been very, very consistent for us and he's very, very fit. So I'm sure he can go another season. But what worries me about Valencia is this captain's armband. He's no captain. And I think as long as he plays, Mourinho's got this weird obsession with giving the captaincy to the players who's been here the longest. And I don't really like Valencia being captain for United. I think we really lack leadership. We're a very quiet team. And I think Valencia's quite a quiet individual. But on the subject of right back, it's been abundantly clear for 18 months that Valencia can't play weekend, midweek, weekend, midweek. He often gets rested for the midweek game. So we need a backup right back. But I think why sign backups? Why not sign what we're going to do at left back, hopefully? Buy a right back that's actually going to compete. A top-class right back to compete with Valencia, who's a top-class right back. I'd rather do that than just get somebody in for 20 million who's going to be a backup. I'd rather get somebody in properly. And hopefully that's what Manchester United will look at doing. Anyway, thanks everybody. Drop a like on the video. Get commenting below. What are your thoughts on Alexandro, Fred, Cedric Soares, Milinkovic-Savic? Lots and lots going on there. There was another story about Asensio as well that I read. Very obscure, that United are going to compete with Chelsea for £100 million worth of Asensio. Real Madrid letting Asensio go would be like Manchester United letting Martial go. Actually, that's a bad example because we probably will. But it would be like Liverpool letting... Well, no, Salah's probably a little bit too far. But it would be like Man City letting Leroy Sané go. Madness. You just don't do that. And I don't think Real Madrid are ever going to let Asensio go. And I think he's even more far-fetched than Varane. And I think United need to forget Real Madrid players. If we get one... And United can do anything. If we get one, fantastic. But I don't think we should be thinking about we're going to do it unless something really develops. I can't see why those players want to come to Manchester United. I went a bit Gaz then. I can't see why them players want to come to Manchester United. And that was a rubbish Geordie accent. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Drop a like on the video. Get your comments in as usual. Really enjoying reading your comments on the Transfer Daily. Support the Transfer Daily, 7 AM. Monday to Friday. Wake up and get on it and leave us your comments. Drop a like, get involved. But I really am enjoying reading your comments because already a couple of the comments I've took notes and used them in the next day's show. So it's not just, we're not just getting stuff from the press. You're giving us ideas as well, because it's not always about what's in the press. Like I said, I've said Fred and Sandro because I think that's what we're going to sign. We don't have to talk about what's in the press because there will be signings that we don't know, that the press don't know about. And your comments might sort of make us talk about something and then we'll go back and go, oh yeah, I remember that. That's how it works. That's how we've been doing it for 3 years. So thanks for all your comments. Keep them coming, and I'll see you later on. Thanks for watching.